All right, yeah, we don't. So yeah, Karn just starts to have sex with the prostitute then.
Okay. Anything you'd like to say there, Mr. Varnoosh? Is there anything that we actually need to go
Now,
over?
Neil, this needs to be role played correctly. So make sure you get everything.
Yeah, for 2 gold apiece, there needs to be some heavy role playing being done.
Needs to make sure it all makes sense.
Make sure it all makes sense.
And now you know why. Whatever the fuck my character's name is back at the bar.
You could.
Well, once Karn is done, Varnoosh is gonna talk to the lady a little bit. And he's gonna ask her, like, how's her life? How is she being treated at this place? Does she like it?
She's all smiles and, oh, life is so good. It would be better if you were, more active with
Roll it
us.
back a second. Mr. Varnoosh just sitting there smiling.
Apparently, he just sits and watches until you're done, and then strikes up a conversation.
Well, yeah. Then if he doesn't say anything, then when Karn finishes, he kind of puts his furs back on and just kind of tilts his head at Mr. Varnoosh.
Varnoosh just gives him the thumbs up. He's like, well done.
Okay, and then walks out.
Never again. This is the last brothel in the entire world, I promise.
And she's not giving me any info at all. She's like...
No, she said everything's wonderful here. It could be more wonderful if you were, to let me have some fun with you. Blah, blah, blah.
Do you know Cassandra?
I believe we have a sister by that name. Yes.
She was in town. She's the one who told me about this brothel.
Oh, well, she often goes on shore. She's a courtesan of much desire.
Oh, yes, she's a pretty lady. I pulled her chair for her. We saw a little side boob action. It was quite the view, actually. She thought I was nice. Anyway, so yeah. So yeah, she was telling me that she wasn't too happy, so I wanted to make sure everything was okay with you.
She kind of glances from side to side nervously and goes, well, maybe if she wasn't happy, you should have comforted her in some way.
Well, I didn't want to use her. I mean, I don't think a girl like her would get with a man like me. And anyway, I have a wife. Matilda.
Yeah, most of these men here have wives.
And what does their wives say when they do things with you?
Their wives don't say anything they don't know.
I don't feel comfortable lying.
Well, aren't you just a sweetheart?
Yes, I would like to think so. Well, if you're ever sad or you have any worries, make sure to reach me. I will be staying at what's the name of the place we're staying at?
Dusty Springfield?
Dusty Springfield. And I am there for you and your friends.
She goes, oh, well, I would never need help from you ever. This is just such a wonderful place. And she's nodding, but saying, how great it is here. But she's like,
The walls are tapped.
All right. Well, if you ever come around there, you can find me. I'll buy you a beer. And then I give her a kiss on the cheek.
I don't often get off the ship, but maybe I'll see you back here again another time.
Yes, maybe I'll come back. You're a great company. You do a great job. It looks like Karn had a lot of fun with you.
Okay. And then chip in 2 gold.
Yeah, I already removed it.
Okay. Dante, is there anything in particular you would like to discuss, or are you just
I don't want to discuss
practicing your hammer
anything.
swings?
I want to do a move called the Holy Moly.
Do you have some guacamole? Because you kind of need it.
No, you don't. Not for this one. It's basically
You don't need guacamole for the holy moly.
It's basically just missionary style the whole way through, and then right towards the end, I just flip up my bandana. That's all.
Subtract 2 gold from your character sheet.
Are you still turned on now?
20 silver, and the 3 of you get escorted back onto your push cart and head back to shore.
Okay.
And
Well, before we
eventually,
like, are we super, like, are people following us the whole time as we exit the building and get to the ship? And
I mean, it's all on one big barge out on the river, so you
we
don't have a
get
moment.
to... No.
You don't have a moment alone until you're on shore.
Okay. Okay.
And then you guys head back towards the dusty Springfield, and unless you say something on the way, you all arrive and see Amos there. I think you're just still chilling, Amos?
Yeah, I didn't do anything special. I just hung out.
Cool.
The 3 of you walk in. I'm just like, you guys have fun?
Yes.
How much of that gold is gone to waste?
It's not a waste. I mean, Dante got late for the 2nd time, so the boy's gotta be improving quite fast by now.
I feel
And,
quite a bit more confident.
see? He's accepting his new nose.
Did you get that ink?
No.
No, not yet, but I will before we leave.
Okay. And
Karna's a good time with breasts. And I got some info, actually. Yes, the girls are really unhappy. We should... It's going badly there. And now I'm worried for Cassandra, because I mentioned that she came over here.
great. So now you're attached. Didn't you ever hear never to get attached to a whore?
But they're
Haven't you heard this song? I fell in love
helpless. Helpless
I'm in
women.
love with this stripper.
Helpless women caught on an island. They can't get out. This Pimpernel man is really abusing them.
This has been our most sexually deviant episode.
It really has. So funny though.
So you want to save?
You don't want to go help them?
I didn't sleep with them. I don't care for them, honestly. How much? What are we gonna get for doing that? Are we gonna get Dante a free night?
Did a raven tell you to do it?
Well, I'm sure we would get some free favors, a little good brunch. They would cook us food. They would have nice breasts, and Karen loves breasts.
Yes.
And there's the money that they collect from people. 2 gold per session with the girls. There must be a lot of gold stacked there that we can get.
And that gold is probably heavily protected,
Well, of course.
and not by whores with knives. They probably have
many,
actual.
How many men did we see, like armed men guarding the place, Neil?
There was 1, 2... There were 4 armed men, plus the translator who was lightly armed.
5. It's not that bad. Maybe we could bring some other men.
I just kind of like look around the room and see like idiots drunk in the bar. Just like, all right, when are we carrying out this mission?
Should we rally some troops, or do you guys want to go out just us 4? It's a quiet island. It's isolated. Only 4 or 5 men to deal with. Do we need backup?
I'm surprised that you, of all people, Varnush, are coming up with such a devious plan.
It's not devious. The girls are unhappy and they're getting mistreated. I don't see how... I mean, why would we go after Balrog? He was just hired and did his job. Didn't even kill you.
I look at Dante and I'm like, did she find a magical keg on that island?
Did not. We
Nah, I
did
didn't.
not.
Okay.
Found a
Okay.
magical something else though.
I had a magical moment.
I don't need to know what happened on the look.
I look at Amos and go, he watched.
Again, I don't need to know what happened on Whore Island, all right? It does not matter
It
to me.
literally was horror.
It does not matter to me what occurred on Whore Island. And I guess we're going to go save these whores now for some reason.
Well, if you don't want to go, just what do you want to do, man?
Well, if you go and the three of you die, what am I going to tell the next crew? Yeah, my group died to a bunch of whores. Literally, they're dead on an island. It's not going to work out for me very well.
No, I mean, we don't have to go. If you don't want to go, we can go do something else. We need money.
So, I suppose for us, it would be the money aspect that we'd be getting out of it. And for Varnoosh, he would get some sort of moral happiness, I guess.
And money.
Do you guys remember the floor, like, how, if we're going to case the joint, do you remember the floor plan? Do we know what we're doing? And also, what are we doing? Are we just going to kill their captors? You don't even have a plan. You just want to go over there and see more whores.
No. There's 4 or 5 of them. It's on an isolated island, so we won't run into trouble with the law.
It's a barge. It's not an island. It's a barge.
An isolated barge.
Oh God.
Any ideas?
I look at Karn. Is this doable? Can we take Whore Island?
Yes, but why?
Money.
Okay.
There's a lot of money, and I guess they're being treated poorly.
Okay.
Okay, I knew that was going to be an easy sell. Dante, are you up for this?
I'm at least up to do some surveillance. Yes.
Well, you already did this. You can't go back. Are you going to be a repeat customer? What are you going to do?
I mean, we can sort of suss out the strength of the guards. And yes, I'm sure they get repeat customers all the time.
How are you going to suss out the strength of the guards?
What's
What's your plan here, Dante?
We find out where they keep the money, and the guards will probably be nearby. Then we look and see how armored they are.
Okay. All right. How about you guys go do this, and I'll be right here.
We'd have to have you on our team, Amos.
No. I'm saying I'll save the Whore Island, but I'm not going to be the recon team. I think you just go back. It's an easy in.
I think we already
In more ways
did
than
recon.
one.
Get it?
Didn't we already do recon? Shouldn't we just...
Did we? Okay, so Neal, did we see while we were there anything other than the guy and the horse?
I'll be a lot.
Well, there was Jenken, the proprietor. You could call him the pimp.
Yeah.
There was the big guy with the two-handed club. There was the guy on the inside of the viewing parlor, I guess you could call it, who had a longsword and a crossbow. And then there was another guy who was standing up kind of like the top of the barge on this little tower, who has a longbow and was like keeping an eye on the river and both sides of the banks.
They probably, on second thought, are very well armored.
Of course they are. It's a whorehouse. You know
Another
how much
thing
money those things make? You guys just spent 6 gold
I think that unless
Actually,
you wanted
only
to get
4.
in an afternoon.
4 gold. Apparently, they
I
have
don't.
party
Again, no
places.
specifics. 4 gold. I understand.
unless we want to get
watch.
super crazy and try and commandeer the barge, then I think we should go for something else. Actually,
What if we go while they sleep? They must sleep.
Whores don't sleep.
that's
They
true.
must sleep.
They don't.
The sex recharges them.
You think they work 24/7, like including the guards?
Yes.
They work hard for the money.
All right.
They
come
so
on.
hard for the money. Like we can't go. Look,
All right. What do you propose?
I propose we go find Balrog, or we just go to another. We do something else.
All right.
Balrog.
Let's
See?
go. Let's go for Balrog.
Look, we'll come back.
It might be too late. Whatever. Let's go.
Look, they choose that profession and they know what they get into, all right?
I disagree.
You disagree?
Let's go. I am over it.
Okay. All right.
Well, actually, more like under, because I'm not very tall. Can't be over much things.
It's true.
So what are you guys gonna do?
What time of day is it? Mid-afternoon?
Yeah. Not even mid-afternoon. It's late morning.
I guess as we agree upon not going, I go and I turn.
Oh, wait, I have an idea.
Okay.
So,
What?
let me explain to you all something real quick. And it's just the party around, right? Only the party can hear?
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason I needed this this ink is because I have the ability to write a script that says anything from anyone in anyone's handwriting. So
What? Give that to me again.
it's called illusory script.
Okay.
Don't hate, just get owned. Okay, so just kidding. Until it actually happens. So we could devise a script that could be from the ruler of these parts, saying that we are here to either tax or take the money from this whorehouse on, authority of the king.
That's pretty
It
good.
doesn't say you can make it look like it just in a hand that is not your own. You can't say this looks like the king's writing.
Hold on.
Written in a different hand and language.
You can cause the writing to appear to be an entirely different message written in a different hand and language.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you can't say I make this look like this other person's writing. You just make it look like it's not your writing. So it's instead of like, oh, look, this is clearly a message from so and so, it's like, oh, this is a message from somebody. I don't know who the fuck this is. It just like muddles the script to make it look like different.
I don't
text
think
and
that's what it
different hands.
is. I think it's that the point of it is so that you can have it be from a specific person.
I don't think so, because otherwise that would be so commonplace, since it's a first level spell, that everyone would be aware of it and it wouldn't be useful, because everyone would be like, is that illusionary script spell again, everybody? Yep, a lot of those coming through town today.
Well, that's why there's a barrier to entry of 10 gold.
Good point.
I think you can hide it, so you can write a message to someone and then make it look like it's somebody else's message to someone else with a different set of blah blah blahs. But then when you give it to that actual person, they can read its real message.
Let's just take a vote.
I think that's the best way to do it, I guess.
So hold on here. Now the plan has gone from robbing Whore Island to impersonating the king to take the gold of Whore Island using
I
the
have
king's
one
name.
other idea.
Okay, so read the spell and tell me what you think.
I have another idea for the whole island thing.
Well,
Maybe
Go
maybe
ahead.
we
This will be
could
good.
accuse them of having did something against the law and then send the guards there with us. Just imagine a fraud they have done.
The guards are probably going to treat them as poorly than their current captors, I would say.
Is are whores illegal, Neil?
No, most things are legal right now. This is the age of might. It's the early age of might, so law is just kind of starting to get established. In order to get the guards to do something, you'd have to provide some pretty heavy evidence that they're trying to set up a rebellion or a betrayal, or maybe they've murdered someone. The rules in this world are pretty fast and loose, and no one really pays close attention to them.
All
Most
right.
things are.
Since you guys are coming up with some great ideas, I've got one of my own.
Okay, what's
Let's
your
take a
idea?
break.
No.
Ah,
Why don't we accuse the whores of Whore Island of being whores, and we'll send in the guards, and we'll take over Whore Island, steal their money because they're whores, and then we'll leave. And you can send the king's missive in there, and say, these people are whores, we're stealing your money. How's that work? I just kind of like look at the rest of the group. I'm like, no? Does that sound as bad as all of yours? Great. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to go find Balrog.
All right, let's go
Okay.
for Balrog, I think.
Okay. So, how do you go about finding where Balrog is?
I guess I turn to the... But there's got to be like someone that like runs or that
Yeah.
gives out
You could,
jobs to mercenaries here in town, right?
usually mercenaries and adventurers are picked up in taverns and bars. So you could easily just go from tavern to tavern and be like, hey, did you know a man named Balrog? And give him a description. That would be the most straightforward way of doing it.
That's what we do.
Cool.
That's what I do.
Okay, give me 4 charisma checks there, Mr. JP.
4 charisma checks. Okay.
Just him or all of us?
Just JP. He's doing the talking.
Okay.
Okay. 17, 6, 14, 7.
Okay. All right. So you head into. It's not in the Dusty Springfield. It is in the Water Snake. It's a tavern down by the riverside, but not near the pleasure barge. It's like further downriver. And you're talking to the innkeeper there, asking about Balrog, and he goes, "Yeah, I've seen a guy by that name before. He actually usually hangs out down the way. There's a little kind of shack with no sign in front of it. Reeks of hard alcohol. Usually hangs out down there. There's a kind of a rough and tumble sort of joint."
What do they say about him? Is he just
I
a
don't know too
mercenary
much.
for hire?
I think he's just another one of them guys that's willing to slit someone's throat for a nickel. I don't know too much about him myself, though.
I turn to I give the guy 5 silver.
He nods and says, "Thank you."
I turn to Karn. Just like, Karn, you really want to fight this guy?
Yes.
Are we gonna do the one-on-one encounter
No.
again?
Kill.
Just straight up kill?
If we all attacked him at the same time, it would be a much different outcome, I believe.
Okay. And we're just Okay. Well, I mean, I guess he wronged us, so yeah, I can understand. Okay. Well, we got some information. He seems to be down the road, so we'll go see if he's there. Are we just gonna fight him? Should we call him out into the town? What do you just want to kill Karn?
Get money.
Okay. All right. I walk out of there and go to where the man directed us to go, Neil.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
So you guys head over towards the little shanty shack with the reek that reeks of alcohol, looking for this guy.
Yep.
All right. You head over there. It is now middle of the afternoon because you had to explore the city looking for these people for a while. And you walk on in. The tavern is a little sunk down into the ground, so it's you have to take a few steps down. The only light source is the door, which is kind of like halfway cracked open, and a few torches that are put in sconces along the wall, but the light in here is pretty dim. The place just reeks of stale beer and spilled vodka. Not like good vodka, like cheap vodka. You look around the place, there's a man with an eye patch, kind of six-pack abs behind the bar. No shirt, but he is wearing trousers or pants. He's got a dagger in his belt. And there's also a couple other people sitting around, including Balrog, who you spot. He's got his black and red bandana, his blue and purple coat, a scimitar, a dagger, high boots, and a couple of bracers. Will look to be like gold bracers, or maybe it's probably bronze, but in the slide it looks gold. Bracers on his biceps, but I guess those are called Vem braces.
I guess when we walk in, I'd like point and look at everyone in the party. Is he sitting with a crew? crew? I was
He
about
is
to say
sitting
group and crew
with a
together.
person, although it looks like he's conducting a business transaction rather than hanging out with a friend.
Okay. I turn to the group and I'll be like, I'll be right back. And I walk over to the table.
Okay.
Are they like on high chairs, or if I approach the table, they're both sitting down at eye level?
They're both sitting down at eye level. If you are you're a halfling, right?
Yeah.
So if you're standing, you're at their eye level.
Okay. I walk up and I kind of like slap the table and I'm like, Balrog, how's it going?
They turn to look at you. Balrog goes, I'm conducting some business. If you'd like to speak with me, you can wait your turn. And just gestures to the bar with his head.
If I turn to the person that he's talking to, what is he wearing?
The person that he's talking to like glanced at you and is now like trying to keep his head away. You get you catch the sight of long pale hair and slightly elven ears, but not quite. You're thinking maybe some sort of half elf, and you notice his clothing is a little bit too nice to be in a rough and tumble place like this.
Okay. I look at him and I'm just like, sir, whatever you're paying this guy, you're going to double it, and we're going to take the job. And when this guy steps outside, we'll be killing him. So have a good day. Enjoy your last drink, Balrog. I'm sorry this is happening, but we'll see you outside in just a bit. And I just
looks
walk
at you
away
and
from the
goes,
table.
Huh? And gets up to follow you. I take it the rest of the party, you're standing near the entrance, and he starts walking over towards you all.
I walk outside. I don't stay inside the bar.
The rest of the party, stay inside.
I say.
Well, he walked away from us. He was.
We're all
the-
Yeah.
outside.
Yeah, we're all
He's
outside.
towards you guys. All right,
And
everyone
then I
goes.
say, I don't think this is right. He has never done anything wrong to us. I am not sure I will be attacking this man.
He has
Okay.
left all of us within an inch of our lives and taken our.
Exactly. Yes, that was his job.
So as long as you're hired to do something, then you have carte blanche to do whatever you'd like.
No, he didn't kill us. He could have.
So assault is okay, murder is not.
Hmm.
Trying to get a sense of your moral compass here, Varnoosh.
All right, good point. Good point. I might fight. I'll think about it.
We need you.
I can't believe you're letting Dante of all people direct your moral compass.
I have the charisma, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has good charisma, actually.
No,
And your eyes are so good.
So
Kind eyes.
Balrog steps outside. He sees Karn. He sees Dante. He goes, I remember you guys. Come for some payback?
I look towards Varnoosh. I'm just like, well, are you in or are you out?
Yes. I cast mage armor on myself.
It is still going on from the previous day. From
Oh.
earlier day. Right?
Oh,
Unless it has a
it's only
duration.
the same day.
Yeah.
Oh. No, it's 8 hours actually. So
Yeah, it's still rolling from before
okay, I
then.
don't cast it then. Good.
Well, I guess as like that happens, I'm just like, Karn, we'll follow you.
Karn steps forward, pulls his axe off his back.
Okay. I think it's time we roll initiative then.
Nope, we take a break. Because we're right at 1 hour, just as I looked over. So we'll take our break, we'll come back, and then we'll all die to Balrog. So we'll be right back. We'll see you guys in just a bit.
Indeed.